Okay, this next section is about diminished future earnings capacitance or capacity. You remember earlier when I was talking about if I were put in the same position as the servers, would I do the same thing? Well, check this out. I knew a girl that was the manager at a different Denny's in El Monte. She gave me a chance at her store after Baldwin Park. She said that El Monte was different with the tips, and she was right. But then she left. And during the transition time with the new manager, the same thing started happening with the tips. Greed took over. So I complained again. They offered me to be a server. So I did have the opportunity to do what they did if I wanted to. It was wide open. Nothing left between me and it. And I said, no thanks. Because I would treat the busters fairly, and it would just start a whole new bunch of problems. I refuse to just join the problem because it is not okay, even though it would have made my problems go away. Do you know what that is called? Of course you don't. It's called doing the right thing because there are rules that must be followed. So I continue to do the dishes, and I continue to do the tables, and I continue to complain about how wrong and unfair it was. Then at a meeting that practically everybody was at, I gave a rousing 4-minute speech about all the messed up stuff going on. Then I saw my schedule slowly go from 4 days to 3 days to 2 days to only 1 day to not on the schedule anymore. I showed up 3 times on my 1 day that I was scheduled before for no reason because I turned out I wasn't on there. And now I was now I was no longer living within walking distance, so I had to take the bus out there and back right away without working because they never answer the phone hardly back in at that time. So uh, let's see. Oh, to me asking all three of the lower managers once I finally got a hold of one at a time over the telephone, uh, or if I saw them when I went down for those 3 days that I didn't wasn't actually scheduled. Um, I asked them all if they knew what was going on over the phone or in person. They all said they didn't know. Uh, till I finally was able to get a hold of the boss on the phone one day, only for him to tell me that I was fired because I missed a day that I actually did show up, but I looked at the schedule wrong and I showed up at the end of my scheduled shift. I I looked at the time below me, so I came in the shift after me. Um, so I lost my job there for continuing to fight against a wrong that I first started dealing with at Baldwin Park Denny's, which gave me my mindset to never give into it, which made me turn down the switch to become a server when they offered it, which through further complaining about the legality of the problem, made them decide to get rid of me. Otherwise, I would still have a job. It may seem like a lot of degrees apart, but there is no denying that they are all related to the original issue that you all allowed to start and are allowing to continue still. In addition to that, how am I supposed to even get some place to hire me after I tell them why I left my last 2 jobs and how it happened? Nobody is going to want to take the risk of hiring me, and all because I've fought against the violation of several laws that I personally have told you all about many times what is happening and that you continue to ignore. Not to mention, how motivated do you think that I am to try to hunt for another job in a system that has screwed me over regularly every couple of years? to start over, like again at the bottom, someplace at 37 years old. Uh, oh, and when victims come to you as the overseers of this system to tell you that there is something going on that is illegal and against the rules, and you choose to simply ignore them and willingly and knowingly allow them to continue to suffer, because that is exactly what is happening. I mean, what do you know? Uh, see, thank God for YouTube, being like providing all of us with a platform to get our message out there for others to see. And they, because they at least try to give us a chance to try and earn some money in a corrupt system that we are basically forced to live in, that your quality of living is based upon if you have money or not. So at least I got a music theory channel started there, but it just started though. So like, how am I supposed to survive in society? Well, no cash all this time. Thank God for grandma. Damn. She let me stay. I asked her if I could stay a few weeks. That was 5 years ago, almost. So luckily, I think she wanted to get to know me like as an adult, kind of, because just like talk to me and stuff. But I think she's gotten to know me enough now. She's ready, I think, for me to split. But